Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Good day, everybody. How are we kicking it and keeping it real today? Yes, my sound check is in. Good, everyone. It's another beautiful day again with us at Papa Reporters and Talks, the program where we discuss and give our unbiased and unreserved opinion on the issues affecting the social, political, and economic welfare of Nigerians across Nigeria, connecting Nigerians home and abroad. Today is the 27th day of January 2025, and we are live in the studio for the 93rd edition or 93rd episode of the program. Today is going to be a very interesting one. I have quite an interesting topics that we have gathered over the period. Um, as it is, I would I would like to introduce myself first. I go by the name by Bizo J. You all know me. I'm going to be your moderator and host for the day. Yes, that is it. As we proceed, I would like to lay it down first as we have the updates from our reporters. Yes, the topics from our reporters today, they start with, sorry guys, let me put on my, how to indicate on social media platform that we are live. Yes, we are live. So moving forward, I'd like to share the reports that we received from our reporters. First, it says defamation. Babalola after drops charges against Farotimi after Ooni Ewi and other monarchs plea. Mm. Breaking Edo Election Tribunal relocates to Abuja. That is not breaking. If we know better, this was the news. This was one of the news we talked about on Friday. Our reporters is we discussed this on Friday. We discussed the Edo State Tribunal relocating to Abuja on Friday. We discussed that. Tinubu arrives Dar Es-salaam to attend African Leaders Energy Summit. Well, that's not supposed to be news. That's not supposed to be interesting news. To attending a leader summit. Tinubu is a president leader summit. Edo APC, the PDP give off on reason for locating tribunal to Abuja. Well, locating tribunal to Abuja, they differ. Well, everybody differ. Everybody have their opinion. We have our opinion. We had it. We had a rundown. We had a rundown on it on on it last on Friday and practically discussed the same topics. Yes. Okay, I'm going to make a brief. First, Babalola job strategies of Farotimi. Well, mm, everything that has a beginning has an end. Um, yes, charges rose, charges dropped. Guys, those are the things that can go in a lawsuit. Charges can be give raised, charges can be dropped. At this point in time, charges dropped, so everything goes on. Well, there's nothing serious about that. Yes, and we hope for a better outcome on our, judicial system, the institutions. I'm not just talking about judicial system. I'm talking about the institutions, our institutions. I hope our institutions have become independent and solid. We hope for them to get better as we get forge ahead. Yes. So good one. Yeah. Charges dropped. Charges uh, destroyed. Well, as he says, they said after Ooni Ewi and other monarchs plea. Well, these are the reasons why sometimes they have our monarchs, call them leaders as well. Everybody come to a table and get into an understanding and yada yada. So, well, that's it. Although election tribunal relocates to Abuja, that is not new. Apple, yeah, we knew about this on Friday. We shared it, we discussed it. Some people, like myself, had their opinions about it. I'm not going to bring that again today. We're not going to continue to discuss about an opinion because we know it was relocated on Friday for hearings to begin tomorrow. I guess they said the 28th of January. So, um, as it is news, but it's not big news. Yes. I don't know about the summit. Still to attend with some energy summit. Energy summit. Oh, what? Well, I don't know. Energy summit. Everybody, when presidents, they attend summits. So I don't know why this one is news. Proper reporters seems you wrote all this. You came up with this your news in a rush. Far from what is happening live in Edo or in Nigeria. Eh? That is not news. APC, PDP differ on reasons for relocating to Tribunal to Abuja. We have made that submission here. People differ. People say for the best, yes, for peace, or everybody to go there, to go into to take the judiciary as a more serious institution. And besides the show of shame in Edo that's been going viral, I think that would cease. So you have people going to court every morning, so when they are not lawyers or judges, or when they are not lawyers because or they don't have cases, they go to court they go to court every morning to cause madness. So I think you not put your things in a bag to go to Abuja because you just want to go to court to cause chaos. So I think it will give those ones a reason for other things to do. Yes, that is everybody will be different about it. But I guess the reason why he's saying it different is it for the is it for the purpose of a lot of people like myself might have interpreted to a certain level where some people said it's in favor of the APC, it's in favor of the PDP. It's time to let the court be independent. It is for blah blah blah, different stuff. But well, yeah, everybody's indifferent. Nobody is a judge. Nobody sees the future. Let the let the judiciary or the judiciary take care of the tribunal. That's the way it is. That's why it's in court. It has gone to court. It has gone to court. Uh, Let that be taken care of. Nobody has the power to. Everybody will be acting different. Yes, to it because nobody has nobody. Probably some people saw it coming, but nobody will be able to control much from what we see. So yeah, those are the news we have deliberated on as it is. Yes, that came on the 24th of January as I'm looking at my feed. There's a news going around that the president, former president of Nigeria, Buhari, God forgive me, I've forgotten my former president's name. He said I now feel on rent from my house. Former President forgive me, Muhammad Buhari has revealed that he sustains himself financially through rent income for one of his two properties in Kaduna, highlighting the importance of transparency and accountability in public office. At the All Progressive Congress caucus meeting on January 25th at the Presidential Banquet Hall in Katsina, the Governor Buhari shared insight into his finances and reflection on government. Oh my God, delivered an answer. Former President disclosed that he owns only three houses. One in his hometown of Douala, Katsina State, two in Kaduna State. He explained that one of the Kaduna State properties has been rented out and his income is used to cover his daily living expenses. Well, this is um, this is news. I saw this I saw this on it's on Punch. It was Punch news from Punch and major dailies and Vanguard. The former president is telling us that he's sustaining now with funds acquired or funds paid from rent of one of his houses in Kaduna. That's what he lives on. Well, let's not go further. I'm just sharing a bit of news that I saw there because sometimes we have to talk about things we see on the media. We know there's been peace in Edo so far, at least the Monday. The tribunal has not. Then where the governor is doing what he's doing, he's trying his best to put things in order regarding work. Yes, regarding work. He's according to videos that we see, construction is being made in certain areas, and there's a bit of work on Ramat Park. But that's for the bridge. I think the bridge is about to be built on around the Park, Ramat Park axis of Oba Hill. Yes. So that means the governor is there's construction going on. I think there are some other roads that are being worked on too. So those are the things that are going. But when we see those, yes, that things happening in Edo and there's peace. We want peace, even though we have said too many times that it's not just only peaceful words. Yes. But bringing this news of a former president of Nigeria telling us that what about his predecessors? How do those ones live right now? Like the likes of Jonathan Goodluck, the likes of Olusegun Obasanjo, going further to the military, former presidents like Ibrahim Alamusi Babangida and Abubakar Abdul Salam. Does it mean those live from rents too? Are they saying that former presidents don't get pension from being president? Mm. Well, we are not going to say yes. It is a good thing for people to live below human level or below a certain level of life. I think sometimes certain things get overrated, which causes greed to fester around or fester in men. When I want to let me bring this to the let me discuss this a little. Yes, everybody needs. We all work. The system has been built for us to work. For adulthood, you work, you earn, you live, you retire, and that's it. I don't want to speak further than that because we don't know what happens after death. So now, a lot of people want to live a certain lifestyle even after retirement. This is why a lot of people try to work hard, they try to earn, and they try to create for their children or their children's children. Yes, that is why a lot of people do that. But it is basic, it is simple. It is good to work hard. It is good to make preparations for your children. It is good to make investments for your future. But the excessiveness and the lifestyle sometimes creates avenue for greed. Because what we see these days are shocking. When you hear a person trying to secure wealth for his great grandchildren unborn, or you see a person dabbling with resources that could build a country, all in the name because they don't want to say things like this, to say, I am living uh, um, from rent, I'm living from paid rent from one of my properties when they retire. Some people want to be in power with power and retire in power. Some people have delved so much into it, and sometimes I believe they don't even know where the wealth, their stacks or their stash are kept. Because when you grow older, you get forgetting memory, you get old, you get weaker. There are some things you might have done in the past you don't know. So if a man has 100 houses because of yes, you want to acquire. At some point in your life, those houses, some of them will get lost. Your lawyers will double on some. If you have more than one wife, their their brothers may even double on some. It's just that's why the people can use the word vanity. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong in acquisition. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong in growth or wealth. But certain lifestyles create certain things. I'm not a judge. I'm just saying. I hear from president telling us there's nothing wrong from yes, okay, you are saying you receive rent from your paid house in that is good. But is it not what it's supposed to be? Are you supposed to live off an oil well that is supposed to be built for nation? Well, I know the reason why it has been like that. The man has tried himself, although people don't see him as a favorite, people don't see him as a clean man. But to be all honest, The man has kept a certain track record, although it could still be questioned because going forward, Buhari said he lived on cattle rearing and all that, but his ticket for the APC was very expensive. Although they came and said a lot of people bought it for him and all that, we could always, But my point is this: living an easy life is simple, is good. Just because when you go, you leave everything behind, even what you are wearing. You wouldn't leave, the funniest part, you will leave your body behind. You leave it behind, and you see the way people will treat your body when you are gone. You might be shocked because you'll be like, this is where they are going to keep me. This is where they are going to. This is who knows what your ghost will say. Your ghost will be like, you just all the money. I wasn't buried with a $2 million casket, even if I left $1.6 trillion for my children. My children don't even want to give me luxury after death. So, how do we get the spirit of what goes on within our political system and the way it is? What I mean by the way it is money grabbing. That is what that's what I'm trying to go to. Because everybody wants to take and keep for them for 100 years. Take and keep the legacy for 200 years. Why says you live over your rent? Yes, that's an investment. If you live off rent, good. People should emulate it. I'm not saying that if you're a billionaire, you cannot live off your diamond business or your mining corporation or your airline company. People have to own all these things. But if you don't have to go to politics before you achieve it. You can achieve it. What you can achieve as a businessman should be what you can achieve as a businessman. Yes. You don't have to use Nigerian politics to become the richest man in the world. That is what my preaching is about right now. And even if you want the excess, what you have the biggest house in your city, or you have the biggest road leading to your house in your city, or what? Where does the money go to? One of the forefronters of Nigerian politics, he died last week. JT Hussein, where are all his civilians? So those are things. I'm not speaking ill of anybody. I'm just saying because at some point you walk away. So the most important thing is what you have done, your impact, your legacies is what people talk about. That is what is most important. What people are bothered or a lot of people these days are more interested in what they'll say about me now that I'm alive. No, I want them to have a good impression. I want them to have the best impression about me, blah blah blah. That is not it. What matters most is when a man leaves the earth, when a man goes, because everybody will go at some point in time, no sentiments. All that matters is what they say about you that have gone. That is what I'm talking about. So the president says, the former president is okay, yes, and his wife and children they should know that daddy was a good man. That's that's the way it comes. Yes, news still going around. There's not much today on the news desk, but I will still I'll play around with a lot of few stuff. Okay, there's been a bit of rumble and tumble in Lagos State. The former Speaker of the House he's the victim of the point so far. He's been on the news every day, every time, telling us the secrets all that has been happening in Lagos. He said it's a family affair, governance, advisory council, scribe. Yes, the said Obasa. Everybody say has something to say about him. They said he wanted to be governor of Lagos State. That was where his trouble started. Now he's been they are after him for financial issues. He has come out to say the documents are there. Why is he being investigated? He has done nothing wrong. He has done nothing as well with any financial discrepancies. And he says there's nothing wrong if he says he wants to be governor. But he is putting it out that anyone that he has told anywhere that he wants to be governor, the person should please come out to give attestation to it. Well, politics everywhere. When are we going to get it right? Or are we getting it right? Is it that we don't know? Well, these days I don't. When I hear things, when I hear um, political matters, I don't really. I smile about it. I can be a political analyst here, but there are sometimes I see some certain things and I ignore it. The only time I want to speak is when I just feel okay. Like it's a good thing to talk about. In Nigerian politics is not far from the politics that's happening in certain other countries as well. I'm not saying they're the same. I'm saying not far, not the same. Let us get it right because I think these days it's being played to make it look like a joke. It sounds funny. It sounds very, very, very funny because every politician or every candidate has a supporter, and then most times you ask people, okay, a lot of people some time ago asked, why did they so support Buhari? What was the reason? A lot of people supported Buhari, just like a lot of people supported Tinubu. I think I can be held jugular for supporting Tinubu. Yes, okay. Sometimes we see certain things in certain people at certain times that we think can make certain things happen. But again, you cannot control how a man thinks. You cannot control how another person would react, or you cannot control how another person would do what he or she does or has to do. But again, when I said, yes, politics, in all we have to support, in all we have to support somebody. Now, what happens when the person you support fails? What do? You dust yourself up. Or when the person fails and the person decides, because people do not believe they fail. A lot of people think they do the right things and they want to do it over and over again. They only believe criticism is because the people around the people that criticize do not like them, or people that criticize want to be them, or want to have be in their shoes. So when a person does something and it doesn't, he wants to do it again. That is another human instinct that worries or should be worrisome or baffles us. If you understand what I'm saying, you will understand what I'm saying. The president of Nigeria today, a lot of people are complaining. He will, he sees. I don't know. We're not going to speak for him. He will speak for himself. But he sees a reason why he has to do a second term, even while everybody is complaining. Yes, everybody has. That is it. What is that? Is that just because it is politics, or it is the human instinct of I can do it better, or when you want to do it, you do it yourself? Those are the questions that we ask. Because when you see these things happen, or is it because, or does it happen when you are, do you see it more when you are far from it or when you are in it? Because these presidents or these leaders, they keep doing the same thing uh, their predecessors did. And it's making us wonder to, or feel like there's nothing that anybody is going to do about the problems that are there. Because we are saying there's a problem. We have always said there's a problem. 8 years will go by, the problem persists. Another person comes and says he's going to solve the problem. 2 years go by. The person is either increasing the pain or he's ignoring the previous problem. These are the things I talk about. But they have, but these people always have supporters and people that see things from a, maybe from a different perspective or from a deeper source. Or okay, first of all, let me try to introduce. We have a panelist in the house. Panelist, are you with me? Chief Oye, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, moderator. Good evening. Happy to be here.
Good evening. Yes, thank you for being here with us today.
My
Uh,
pleasure.
yeah, the way it is, uh, we're just making. I'm just making a general. I'm making general discussions on polity. I think the topics we have today from upper reporters, the practically topics we discussed on Friday. I don't know. Upper reporters did not watch it on Friday. So his topics for today, they are intriguing. Yes, but they're not, we discussed them already. But what I'm talking about now, I'm talking about governance in general. I'm not talking about governance just in Nigeria. I'm talking about politics, governance across across
Globally.
across the world. Yes, and in my point, I said it doesn't seem too different with what's going on in Nigeria with what is going on in other parts of the world. What I mean, it doesn't. I'm not saying it's the same, but I said it's not too different because we have. I think in the world we have some people that think they can make it happen for others, but the people they are making it for are not satisfied.
Yeah.
They are not satisfied. So is that politics for you, where people come out and say, "This I will do this to make everything good," but at the end of the day, they do what they want to do, and people are still not feeling good. Is that politics? Is that what? Are we going to? Are we learning these things because we are getting older, or is just a changing phase in the polity? Because I do not want to believe I don't want to believe this is how it has been from the onset. I'm just saying, from what we see these days, we see people. I wouldn't rate them as fail because that might sound too harsh. I see people not doing meeting expectations, being in positions, and the people majority are not having it. But it's not just it's happening everywhere. Is that politics, or is it the system creating these people for themselves? What I mean, like politicians will say, "We want this person," not the politicians want the person, not what the people want. Is that it?
You
What is
just,
your opinion?
you just, okay, Mr. Moderator, you just brought the words right out of my mouth. Give the people what they want, even since before the days of John the Baptist. In the Roman era, the Greek era, they say give the people, give the masses what they want, because so the masses don't mob the Caesar, doesn't mob the emperor, doesn't, there's no uprising. They say so give the people what they want, and usually they use a scapegoat, and they've used Christians, they've used Muslims, they've used the Jews, they've used blacks, there's always a scapegoat. So I think what is happening now is what has always happened. They have used religion, politics, and whatsoever to send across their message, to cause diversion, to cause confusion. So while they're committing these havocs, they're distracting the masses, they're distracting the population. And I think it will always continue because the masses will continue to be ignorant and the politicians will continue to be sly. So, like in the United States, um, they're using immigration and race, color, and the in some areas of the world they're using religion. Um, in some other areas they're using gender. So I think it's just a regurgitation of bad governance right from the beginning of time. As far as the people who are at the helm of affairs, they're always going to, take, and then ruffle the society in order to remove attention from themselves. So I don't think it's ever going to end. I pray it does, but honestly, this is one of those times that I say that, you know what I always say, Mr. Moderator.
That's what you there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, that tunnel. I don't.
Honestly, sir, honestly,
There's no tunnel.
I see
There's so
none,
many
man.
tunnels.
I see none.
I don't see there's no tunnel at the end
I
because
see.
you see. Okay, you mentioned the U.S. Well, I think it's like the people. Yeah, there's a bit of. Let me bring that into discussion. There's a bit of tension that's going around. Although yes, it's being spoken about not just only about Africans, but it's being deliberated a lot around by Americans in general. It is on the deportation issue. A lot of people. There's been unrest in several places, and like it is on record, there's been raids. A lot of places have been raided, so they're looking for illegal immigrants and all that. First of all, illegal immigrants should not be accepted in any kind of form or way. Yes, but there's someone that said you cannot find illegal immigrants on a stolen land. That is a land that don't belong. Yes, a land you stole the land. You are just looking for foreigners. You are the foreigner. Though then a lot of people say governance or politics is supposed to build bridges, not boundaries, not borders. Good, there should be borders. Good, there should be laws. But deportation sounds like it's a vendetta on, or it's an attack. They see it right now. A lot of people are saying like it's a way to send the hates or to get back at the people or get back at certain people, and this is 2025. Well, it gets scarier for a lot of people, and even what makes it funny or what makes it funnier is that the system has been built in a way where it is quite difficult to know an illegal immigrant because People are going about their businesses. People are doing things. Now they are using a certain kind of occupation to go after these set of people. What do I mean? They go to certain areas. They go to foreign markets. When I mean foreign markets, the African market here is not a regular market. Yes, if you want to buy certain stuff, you go to African markets. They have their own places, just like the Indians have, just like the Asians have, just like even the neighboring country, the Spanish, like we call them Latinos, Mexicans, they have. Yes, these places are now the targets, according to what they said, because they feel these people shop in those places, right? They say these people shop in those places, so they are easy places to go and find them. Now, if you walk into an illegal or an African market, how does it work? Are you going to arrest everybody and tell them to provide your IDs, or you're just going to say, okay, these people are black, they are Nigerians. You didn't. How did you come here? Did you cross the border, or do you have overstayed your visa? Are you going to go that on individuals? What about if the first 10 individuals you meet and they all are legal, or I don't know how you mean legal or illegal, or they still have their visas, or because you might want to. I could visit China. I'm still on a valid visa, and I go to an African store just because I want to eat granuts, or I want to eat donuts. I heard there's donuts. They have this agege bread here. Let me use that as an example. There are stores here where they sell agege bread. It's not just every store. It's the African store. So if I say, okay, I feel like snacking on something, I miss it just for I want to eat agege bread. And I go there, I just got into the town 3 days ago on a tourist visa. And they arrest me. What is that? How? Or they see me and they just, how are they going to do that? So there's intention about it. It is one of those things, because when you talk about the immigration part, yes, I said that maybe I should show people. This is not the time for division, but people should not let this scare them. They've been lawyers in social platforms, media platforms rather, sorry, advocating that there are steps to take. Do not fight, do not blame, just be calm about it, and do not give too much information of yourself. That's what they say. But if you see men with guns, the only thing we respect is eating, not wanting to get beat up or your time taking, even if it's scary. It's scary though. But please educate someone. If you have people, tell them not to panic. It's not. It is not as bad as they make it feel. It's just a level of trying to put fear in people, and you wonder how we got here. I keep saying it. How did we get here? It's politics. It's politics. I think by now, what they should be more interested in is thinking of how to take the people to how to take the people to the next level. We should be more interested in governance. Should be okay. I have won an election. I've been put in office. Yes. What promises did I make? Again, people, we're talking about something. We know the system sometimes. We talk about, not like we accuse the system. We said the system creates those that want to be in office. It is not the people that do. So because yes, the system will pick people, they call them internal party or primaries. They will pick who they want and they give it to the people to pick from. So sometimes they give you a bullet and a gun, and they tell you to pick from it. Both the bullet and the gun, they work hand in hand. And what is it used for? To shoot. Then the people divide themselves, fighting over the bullets and the gun, which in most cases, both of them don't make sense. But at that point in time, people have no choice but to make a move. So, speaking about it, these people tell us what they will do before being elected. That is the thing I want to say. Because I'm going to use, let me use the President of the United States of America. It's a case study. All the things he is doing today, he said he would do them. That makes him a man of his words. The only thing is that some people misinterpreted, or some people undermined or underrated his capabilities. But he told the people what he was going to do. And just like the governor of Edo State as well, he told us what he was going to do. How he would not abandon his leaders. And even as English had to come to play a role, he told us that he will give us insecurity. I'm not saying there's insecurity, but I'm just saying that with the debacle that has been going on at the court tribunal, that is breaching security. That is unrest. People coming out to say, my boys will do this, if you don't do my boys will go there, your boys, that boy. That's insecurity. So again, the people should realize when things happen, you look at your leaders and rethink what they are planning to offer you. You have to rethink it. These things that these people are planning to give us, and is it what we need or what they would use to boost their ego? Well, anyway, like I said today, we don't have so much of bright on the topics. We don't have so much to discuss because there are new things. But I have two gentlemen in the house. I have Mr. Joe and I have the quiet one. And the discourse now is politics in general. This is not one of the topics, I'm just bringing it up for us to deliberate on. Politics in general. And this is, we are talking about the politics around the world. It is not different from what we have going on in our country, Nigeria. Do you, Mr. Joe, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Honorable.
Yes. How are you today?
I'm all right, you?
I'm good. So I'm talking about politics in general. I said the politics that we're having in Nigeria is the same politics everywhere, where everybody is using their powers and the people are not getting the happiness from it. Why is this so?
Yeah,
Like this?
yeah. That's what is called educational politics, where the politicians fight for development. You see, everyone try to fight for development, and everyone try to look each other's back. Those are developmental politics. But the one we play in Africa is backward politics, whereby some people just want to be rich and leave other people hopeless and want to be the champion and remain the champion and bring out the champion, continue to bring out the champion. So that's what we have in Africa. It's actually affecting us. If you come to Europe, you see, we know there's a little bit dirty politics, but they try to ensure that development spread so that the impact will not so obvious. But in Africa, our leaders don't care. We just want to make sure we are up there, be in control, command, and all that. So our view of politics in Africa is just quite different. That's why we say Africa is still backward. Other leaders, even when they still drive development, they believe development will win. They have to drop it. They believe in it. They have to drive it. But Africa don't just believe in development. Just believe you have to be a top. You have to be the champion all the time and all that. So I think there's no selfless politician we named in Africa. That's what can drive Africa forward. This kind of greedy politicians we have in Africa will keep us back. That's one thing I found that so many African leaders are lack of understanding when it comes to development. Their view of development is quite different. I don't know why, whether they need to go more leadership school, I don't know. Because when you take politics of all, you see development. But when you take politics of some a kind of few people, you try to keep development in one corner. That is just it. So you put politics of all. When you put politics of all, you believe to carry everybody along and accept criticism. Because African leaders don't accept criticism. You see here, sometimes I listen to the way they are debating in the house here. Everybody tackle each other. Oh, Africa is not so. When you do so, they become say you being insulted to the leader. You are insulting the politician. You are insulting the president. You are insulting no. Criticism is one of the things that are good development. If nobody criticizes you, you won't know what you are lacking. That is what Africa is lacking. Criticism is very important, and African leaders don't like it. They like criticism. When you criticize, they try to pocket you. When you criticize, they try to pocket you. So in Western world, criticism is one of the things that drive development. Because you see everybody portraying everybody. Look at Prime Minister, you see how people try to bring when they bring out policies, see how people in short, common man in the street will write a letter to Prime Minister. He will honor that letter because he believes in criticism. But in Africa, we don't believe in that. So that's one of the things that is driving Africa back. Africa needs serious criticism. We have to criticize that. We have to sympathize with that. In short, anywhere they do that, you give them bomber to bomber. Let them know the part they are taking is wrong. Listen to the people's voice. Listen to the people. The masses are the democracy. You need to listen to them. Go their way all the time. When you are doing things that is not right, if they speak to you, calm down and listen to them because everything you are doing is still based on the people. So if you are doing it wrongly, how is it beneficial to them? They are not doing it for spirit, you are doing it for human being. Human being are the people you big governor. So if you're trying to put them aside, want to be on top all the time, how will the things work? It will work. That's why I pray for my country, Nigeria. We need to have a leader that will accept criticism every time. Criticism. Listen to the people. This is the common man in the street. Because you are not governing animal, you are not governing spirit, you are governing human being, which is the people. So if we try to put people away, who are you governing? So that the thing we African leadership need to listen to because African leaders have I don't know where they get their view from. Their view is just quite different than European leaders. I know I'm not saying every 100% right with European, but when it comes to development, very important. Okay, if you look at some Europe countries, you see almost everybody are equal. When somebody are poor, it's not obvious that it's poor. But in Africa, when someone is poor, it's very obvious it's poor. Very obvious. We have poor people in Europe, but it's very difficult for you to understand who is poor, who is not poor. But in Africa, nobody need to tell you that this one is poor. So African leaders need to rethink, need to go back to the drawing board and see how they can move Africa forward. That's my submission for tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Joe. Thank you, Mr. Joe. You just ignited us on Granted us on the kind of politics being played in Africa. Well, um, uh, it could be some part of Africa. It might not be all, but I think democratic democratic governance or democratic politics. It is funny in Africa where it goes. But a lot of people frown to other kinds of democracy or a lot of type of governance, rather not democracy, a lot of other type of governance. But ours seem like is a money building organization, it's a money making venture. So it lacks, so we, because of that, it lacks a lot of building and growth. Yes, but like I say, the people are always having issues. The people are always complaining. Every new government comes, there's an increase in price. There's an increase in gasoline. There's an increase in petrol, in kerosene, rent. Well, it happens everywhere in the world. Is it only Nigeria that it happens like that? No. So even these countries that say they are doing well and they say they are all making life the best place for humanity, the prices are increasing as well. So how do we defend that? How do we defend that they are doing according to what they have promised? Because they all promise to drop prices of things. That's the model of how the elections are being or campaigns are being made. These people they give promises. Promises are made. Even foreign land taxes is something we don't go through in Nigeria. The taxation. You work and you are being taxed. Taxpayers' money is on. That's what a major part of the GDP, the growth. But to be very candid, you could see that a lot of these things, the basic amenities are put in place. Yes, that is all some of us clamor for in countries in Africa or in certain places in Africa. Why do we not have a power? There are some countries that go through, I think Japan, I'm not comparing, I'm not saying that those things are possible. A country like Japan could have an earthquake in the morning and they don't lose power for more than certain hours. How does it work? What kind of rocket science is that? But in a country where there are no natural disasters, the rain will fall and they will say the lights went out for weeks, just rain. So those are the things. The promises being made and the dividends or the outcome not meeting man's expectation. You only realize that in politics, it is those in the inner circle of the polity that are having an upgraded life. Yes. Because things are getting expensive. Things continue to get expensive, even from government to government. Yes, we are going to have a change. We are going to have blessings. The new president is coming, and he's promised to reduce. Okay, it seems these days they don't even say they reduce. They say they will. It is a will. When I come, I will. I will. They tell you what they will do, not a must. Well, let us use English on the context. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This is just it's for everybody to wonder. So what I want in my own submission, I think everybody should just do the best to take care of themselves, stay healthy, stay focused, family first, no matter whatever it is. Not let anybody come in between you and your family. God and family first before you put anything else. Nobody can come and tell you that your brother does not like you. No, no matter what. There must be disagreements or anything. But you just keep your family, keep yourself focused, keep your family intact. And that, because that's it. Look, apart from that, the secret I have is that I don't think any government is coming to save us. I don't think so. Oh, well, it is okay. It's all right. I thank you again, Mr. Joe, for your submission. The quiet one I've left the building. I was thinking I was going to get his own reaction as well. Yes. Again, I like to bring up. I like to bring a certain question. Um, our refineries. I don't know how they are faring. If I got my in the name, and okay. If I got that, well, I want to know what the price of fuel is. But when he gets back, probably when he gets back, I will contact him on that. Um, Someone just sent me. This is old, but yeah, giving us reasons why the Edo Governorship Election Tribunal was relocated to Abuja. This is the speaker telling us the rising issue of insecurity. Remember, the governor promised us insecurity. Well, the rising issue of insecurity and purported fear of plot to burn down the building housing the tribunal may have been responsible for the relocation of the Edo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, Benin City to Abuja, where it will resume sitting on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Though the reason was not adduced in the test statement of the Secretary of the Tribunal, Mwazu Baguru Esquire, a member of the tribunal, told Vanguard on Saturday that the reason was because of security issues. It is for security reasons. They have been having fights there and having clashes there, and they are feared that they want to burn the place. So we have to do that for the safety of all. Is this a joke? But okay, let me read further. The tribunal was still sitting when Magudu issued a notice which read that I have directed blah 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 the story. Reacting to this development, the Edo State Publicity Secretary of the APC, Peter Wadi accused the PDP of orchestrating the relocation and said his party council were ready to meet the PDP witnesses headlong at the tribunal. Well, he said the relocation is due to the pressure from the PDP camp first. They declared that the witnesses do not fail to come and give evidence. Well, going back to the relocation matters, I just saw this link and someone sent it to me and they said, and I said, let us have a deliberation on this. Well, I didn't see it before I talked about. I made a joke about the governor promising the people in his insecurity in his campaign. He didn't promise us insecurity. It was just a little bit of miscommunication. But at this point, the reason why it was relocated, according to what I have read, was that there was the rising issue of insecurity. A rising issue of insecurity. When it comes to insecurity, who do we go to? We go to the security institutions, security forces. What role have they played on this matter? Well, as he said, institutions ought to be neutral or neutral base, just like INEC, Nigerian police, the army, the judiciary, etc., etc. These people are supposed to play the role without fear or favor. So, if people are perpetrating evil to create insecurity, who is to come to the rescue? First, there has to be the first point of call, the Nigerian police. Have the Nigerian police come out to give us a statement from all they have seen? Because there are videos. It's funny that we have videos, we have findings, we have proof.
Modudo, sorry to interrupt.
Yes, go ahead.
That day we tried to condemn this thing, but some people feel that maybe we are supporting one party and all that, because when you a tribunal is like a other session where we produce leadership.
Yes.
In a state, in federal government, wherever, because it's a kind is a tier of where if you feel in the election was not acceptable as you expected, go to tribunal. Tribunal give you fair hearing concerning the election. So it's also a recruitment, a kind of where they recruitment as well. So we're supposed to give them maximum respect, because you know why? It's being watched by international community.
Yeah.
Not even now that when the news is very easy to fry, you see videos circulating everywhere and all that. How can people encourage people to go to court premises? Court premises. This is not election. It's not House of Assembly issue. When you say they don't swear people in, you go up. This is tribunal. I don't know why people try to differentiate it. We try to differentiate it. They say because somebody did not swear somebody in. So is that where you have to go and retaliate in tribunal? When they start fighting local government, or whatever, did anybody? I think it was a short story within Edo State, but when they come to tribunal, this international body are there. So we don't know why people encourage people to go and misbehave there. So and the judges themselves as well, they have people in Nigeria, they have people who watch internet, they sit in scenario. So they will advise them. They have family as well. That place is not secure for you to go and make any pronouncement. If you have to seek for relocation, they have to leave.
But with relocation like this, are they going to relocate the judges as well, or they are going to get different judges in Abuja?
No. He's saying judges. They will finance them. They all go to move. They can't change the judges. They can't be changing the judges.
So who is going to be in charge of this financing? Who is going to pay for their movement?
The judiciary have their whatever. And every other party they are bringing, so they will also be responsible for their expenses and all that. The court itself, the court have allocation now, so they know what to do. So that's not a problem. It's the same judge. They don't go to different.
Okay.
And it's not going to different. It's the same judge. So they know how they do their things. They will move them to Abuja and do whatever. They're only because without pronouncement, you see everything. Even just to say people want to come and show evidence, bring a bear weakness. You see everywhere. So they have to run for their life. So they don't want to. If they are moving to nearby state, it looks on. That's why they move it to Abuja, federal capital, where they have maximum security. So let the people who feel that they are the owner of Edo State go to Abuja now and make noise.
So there's no maximum security in Edo State. We're in trouble.
If there's security, I don't expect that what happened in Tribunal to happen. I don't even expect.
But there's security. There were policemen there. So what about the police? What are they doing?
Their statement was that as well bring personal security.
Personal security, which is not.
Let me just explain to you. Personal security is being registered by federal government.
Yes.
Anyone that is not approved, and police is at the gate. Police allow the personal security. If it was not a register, if it was not ID, if it's not allowed, police will not allow them in.
Yes.
So are you telling me police and DSS don't do their job? Somebody won't that now came as well bring the document intimidator. Document. He paid with his money. He didn't tell you document pay for him. Their plan was to burn the evidence, but those people, now Benin, the information they spread now. That is what their plan was, to carry that bag and burn it. If not those guys, I don't. It's been those state is small to gather information.
Their plan was to burn the evidence. Yes,
That's their plan. That's their plan. But it didn't work out.
And so that is what it's shocking that it was part of what I read, that they were part to burn the building.
That's their plan, but it didn't work. You are people that is smart.
When they say plan to burn, is the police not investigating such there should be some form of investigation. Everybody can just say we had information that they are planning to burn, which means destroy. Then we say, okay, thank God they didn't burn it. Let us relocate them. What about the investigation? What about there's no smoke without fire, even if it's a lie. But for the fact that this is news, the police should be on ground trying to investigate this.
That's where the problem coming. It's only DSS that are trying to, because DSS too, as well as you have your personal DSS. So
it is scary. It is very, very scary. But I feel, well, because I don't know, it's scary. It's have to again there's been we in those states we got lucky and to have our mommy as the we have a mother. Nothing beats mothers. Yes, we have to say shout out to all the mothers out there, no matter how. I think every lady above 18 can be a mother, a certified mother, or a legal mother in my books. Yes, so shout out to all the women out there and the mothers. Going to my statement, yes, I'm talking about the Commissioner of Police of the Edo State Commissioner of Police, who I call Mother. Yes, because by the name Police Commissioner Betty Enekme Utimei. Yes, she has. She was brought in during this time. Yes, and she has assumed power, and she's the commissioner now. Good. She has come up with warning police officers against extortion and unauthorized phone searches. It's rampant in Nigeria that a young boy is seen with a computer or an electronic device. He is stopped and searched without any warrant or reason. Yes, it happens. I'm not saying the police are doing they're doing their job. But there have been cases over and over where the IG, the commissioners, the police, the head of police affairs, the PROs, they come to say, don't give them your phone to search. When they come to you, it is illegal to give them your phone to search. It is like that. But these things keep reoccurring. Today again, the news, the Commissioner of Police is warning police officers against such practices. Now, how do we, you see, I enjoy when these people come, they realize that these things are being done by them. That is for them to come out to say, yes, our men will be treated or they are being warned against doing these practices. But when you want to warn against a certain practice, tell us what the consequences are when these people do these things. We know the police is going through it. Yes, I always commend the police worldwide. Yes, to be a police officer, you know you are putting your life on the line, no matter the area, no matter the position, no matter the field. Yes. Well, as you are a police officer, first of all, the people don't like police. Whether it is the lady Badenoch from UK that has painted police, police is police. If you know, you know. The people, some the young people don't like police for any reason. It can be sentimental, it can be anything. It could be experiences. Yes. But when you get to a certain time, you be like, oh, the police, they're doing a good work. They try. It is not easy to put your body on the line. It's not easy to be in front of
You see, my brother,
good.
police have sold part of their integrity. They have sold it. So recovering it back, I don't know. It will be difficult. They have sold their integrity. And when you sell your integrity, if you do business with civilian today, tomorrow you want to come back overriding tomorrow, you can't. You can't.
No, but we
It will be
start to give them kudos. So, all of us to join the police because anything happens, the police is the first person they call. They are the first responders. No matter if they say there's a lion now, they say a lion has left the zoo. The lion, they'll say we just saw lion that left the urban zoo. The lion is running in the bush going around. You know the first person they call. They don't even call the zoo controller or animal controller. It's the police they call first. If you see robbers, you call police. If you fighting, you call police. Peace, you call police. They are human beings. So we know we have to give them kudos to an extent. But the pain is
that is what police is fighting now. Integrity. They have sold it. Regaining it back is difficult. That is what we are even begging our neck. Don't sell it. They recover it back for position will be difficult. Don't sell your integrity, no matter how much they give to you.
it is not easy. It is not easy. I think for government, one of the major things that one of the major things that a president should do on major reform and cleansing, our police should be key. Yes, I know the defense is part of the defense, budgeting. Yes, I believe that let's say it is big.
How many reform can the government do? Didn't Obasanjo do reform?
On police?
Yeah.
No, I think during Obasanjo, although it wasn't Obasanjo, during Jonathan, there was we're enlightened about the welfare of the police. That was when we knew that the state was worse than we thought.
Let me just shock you. You know, police, it's not really the junior officer, so it's not a problem. Whereby you want to enforce your junior officer, you give them direction. When you see black, do like say you don't see black. When you see white, make sure you hold white that song. What are you doing? You are already misleading your junior officers. Tell them not to do the right thing. So when the original case come, when they need to do the right thing, because you've already imposed one thing on them that time, how will then do the right thing again? Those are the problem we have here. Leadership in police is corrupt. It's not really the junior officer, leadership in police. That is where the problem is coming from.
So are we saying now that the commissioner of police is saying that
or where you have a
He said,
DPO say today you give me, make sure you deliver 3 million this week. Where did they expect you to get the money from, my brother?
"Eh,
Where did they expect the junior officer to get the money from?
how did we get here?"
So that's a big problem. Big problem.
Because the money making organization, according to Fela himself, it is scary that these the requests that you have mentioned are in existence. That a DPO will be expecting the road blockers or the patrol team to come back with. I'm not saying. Listen, we are all alleging, but there are people that say they know about it because sometimes these people within come to confess, come to tell us, and probably if their salaries were improved, they were given better opportunities in living and pension. Don't you think there will be a better reform with the police? Chief Oye, Joe, what do you think?
Well, I think that the reason why the police is corrupt, allegedly, is poverty, hunger, lack of accountability. So they're desperate. And and like my good friend just said here, it's from the top. Because from what we hear, allegedly, when they go out and take money, they share to their bosses. So maybe if they were well paid and they are confident that their financial security is secured, I should use that word, as when they retire, maybe they would turn a blind eye to illegal cash or stuff like that. So, and maybe then it will now really be that the police is your friend, because now there's a stigma that goes with the police. There's a stereotype.
Even
Uh, that
okay,
is,
let's put it this way. Let's generalize now because we are speaking from different parts of the world. Apparently, we are speaking on different
okay,
parts of
let's
the world.
generalize. Let's say in Europe.
Even in Europe or in the Americas, no, they don't like the police. Nobody says anything special
Yes,
about the police.
yes, yes. But many
And
a time,
these people are paid. These people are paid well, or they are not. Even if they are not paid well,
yes, they don't like the
they are
police.
better
The
rules.
police will not be squeezing. Mr. Moderator, please hold on.
Okay.
All over the world, they don't like the police in some areas. In Switzerland or in, let's say, um, Sweden or Amsterdam, I don't
Yes.
think they dislike the police as much as they dislike the police in the United States or in Nigeria. Because the Americas, we know that is due to the police was used as a discriminatory tool to attack a certain group of people, to racially profile Black people or colored people or people of color. Then in Nigeria, we know that there's police brutality. I'm sure Fela sang with that. And then we know of corruption here and there, but it's not easy to, if a policeman stops you in Texas or in New York, for him to be demanding $50 or $10, or the British police officer to be demanding $30 or $40, or stopping you indiscriminately without, especially when you know your rights and that kind of stuff. So, but in Nigeria, it's different. It's very humiliating. It's when you see the police, you even before you stop, you just say, just find change, give them, find change, give them. So you can't do that in other parts of the world. So even if, of course, there are also good cops in Nigeria, I must say, and like you said earlier on, they are the first responders. They are good officers everywhere. But we know that some also fall through the cracks because of substandard way of living, lack of training, they are desperate, they are hungry, and they act like savages because they just want to live. So it all boils down to foundation structural issues, and which also goes down to hunger. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Hunger.
Let me shock you. I know a
Oh,
policeman that lost his life for the past 15 years ago now. Up till today, the family have not received a penny. And that man died in true bank robbery. True
are you
bank robbery.
joking?
That's why he was shot. Till today is
Well, we
15
Yeah.
are
years.
not shocked because we've heard stories like that before.
15
And
years. They have not
yeah,
received a kobo from government.
but that's not likely to happen in other countries, like in North America or in Europe or stuff like that. But this is always a Nigerian thing where they are eating people's pensions, they are not giving their families their due, what is due to them. It's more of a Nigerian thing or an African thing. So
One
who is
guy,
Or
doing
who,
one
that
guy,
now? The
one
orgas at
who
the top.
did
The
who
Oga,
did
orgas
his
at
Oga
the
will sit
top.
on the money.
who
The
did his
orgas at the
funeral?
top.
Oh wait, so wait, let us not go to Oga the top, basically. Okay, we can go
They
to
just
Oga.
they ju-
But
they just went to go and bury the man. Say no way they will reach out to the family. That's 15 years ago. Until now, nothing. Nothing. No kobo.
well,
Kobo. So that's why I say I
that is
don't
why I
breed the
say
junior officer. That's why I don't breed the
the
junior
police
officers.
the police needs reform. Is that not the one I still what we go
Hmm.
back to again? The police needs reform. If the president, because the president can put, he can put and remove the commissioner of police. So practically, if I am president today, and I know the police needs reform, figure out I'll tell my friend, I'll say, okay, Joe, I know you are outspoken and you know the problem. Okay, let me make you put you in a position where we can strengthen our forces. Then with your recommendation, because I don't know any police officer directly, your recommendation will sort out the policing and the reforms. Don't you think those things work? The president cannot be blamed for everything to the nitty gritty of the police system. But we are talking about reform here. Imagine the case like this. You know this case about 15 years or more. There are other cases like that as well. And I remember some days ago, some episodes ago, let me see, a Lagos, a police officer, a retired police officer complained. Yes, retired retired DSP for 1.7 million gratuity, 40,000 naira pension after 35 years of service. This is it. It was the January 1st episode. So if we know these problems, if what we all know, you cannot say the president does not know the problem. Because now, even if, let's say, the police commissioners are using it as it is my turn, and I'm going to build my vast wealth on it, we cannot say in the 36 states of Nigeria or the 35 states of Nigeria, all the police commissioners think alike, or it's a trend, or a what, or the AIGs, because they have several AIGs, one IG, 30 plus commissioners. The commissioners of police are more than 35 because some of them handle certain districts as well. We cannot say they all think alike. It's not a don't get it. It's not an association where we say these are the binding rules. We must not make progress in the police, or we must all make sure we collect money from our younger colleagues. So it is left for the system to say, okay, the police have had issues, deficiencies. Let us put these people in check and let us focus on it because they deal directly more with the people. So The police needs reform, serious reform. Check in and out. First, before the people you put in, make it look. If they, I believe if they make the police a bit lucrative and increase the standard to a certain level, it can work out. I believe so. Increase the standard to a certain level.
Obviously, don't you think Nigeria as a whole need reform?
Yeah, but we start from one. We cannot just reform the whole thing in general because the reform is, you know, if we can work on institutions, I think the cracks can begin to get smaller. Because we cannot say the judiciary needs reform, the INEC needs reform, every reform, and we are acting like we are expecting reform from the top when we are all part of it. Even the policeman will say it needs reform. But let us start from the man in the middle, indirectly or directly. Have to keep the institution in check. But if you take the power of the president to say the first people that will default, will give them strict sanctions. Let us have strict sanctions. I don't know how they do it in other places because I know the police cover for themselves. But because you can hear, sometimes you read the news and you this is a foreign country now. It's not Nigerian police. You hear about police working for drug dealers. You can see that on media. It's not in a certain, it can be any country. Because these people first are human beings. And you cannot control a person's wants, need, greed, etc. But when you see a policeman, smart guy, but come on. That's what they have to go through. I read it one time. I saw an article one time. The chief of police was explaining when some of the internal force of the police is the police that police the police. They were investigating and they realized that some of the police officers were working to help smuggle drugs. It's a policeman, has his police car, nobody will search him. All he will do, will load the drugs, siren, and take it across to deliver. But upon several things, they were doing it with, I think one of them had a wife and the other one had a brother. The police organ had to come. So see what we have to do. Imagine we are going after people civilians that do it. And all of a sudden you find out that people inside your circle are not part of it. Because they are human beings. You know that. So we have to control that. We can't control everybody. But the reform, we know there's a big crack. How can we do it? Maybe our president is more. Maybe when our president wins 2027, they will put it into consideration. Maybe. And the quiet one, welcome to the studio. It is funny. He said the whole country needs reform.
Actually, the entire country needs reform. The police is part of civil service, isn't it?
Yes.
Without the civil service reformation, without civil service getting their acts together, I don't see anything changing. Judiciary is it not part of the civil service?
Yeah, it is part of it.
Yeah. So there needs to be a massive civil service reform, and for that to happen, it means the entire country needs to be reformed. So it's just as simple as that. There needs to be a massive reform in the civil service, both at federal and state level.
It's a huge overhaul. Yes, it happens like that. You know, but for me, I don't believe one government or one system can do all the work. That is why I say the president now, probably he has good intentions, but he's overwhelmed by the way things have been put on his table. Honestly.
Well, of course. The reality is the rot did not just start
today.
The rot didn't start today. So it's easier to even destroy than to build. Building takes a longer time. So President Ahmed Bola Tinubu has a lot on his plate. What he didn't even know about, he's coming to fix it. So we don't expect, perhaps when I hope in the nearest future, we'll begin to see the dividends of all the policies that he's putting in place. I just hope that they work, because it's still the same people, the same civil service that we're talking about that are still going to implement all these things, isn't it?
True. The same circle,
Exactly.
different presidents.
Look at the just name one sector. Just name one.
If like I said, what we should, because I have said it here one too many times. The road started not today. I'll call it. I don't know. People say I don't like him. People say I always mention him. When it comes to things like this, I always mention his name, and we have to continue to mention his name. Obasanjo laid the foundation that we are standing upon right now. President Olusegun Obasanjo. I don't dislike him. I'm just saying the obvious, because where we stand upon right now is a shaky foundation. But what I believe would happen is, if you have to work on make repairs, you don't have to jump into every sector at the same time. Build the stronger ones, or build those that can reflect on others. First of all, INEC as an institution ought to be overhauled. It pains me that this is an institution it's just like the educational sector, where they have majority of vice chancellors running in or handling important positions. Because I think every rec of the state happens to come from one institution, and it has to be a notable person from these institutions. They call them professors. I think it was the last time I watched one of those major elections. Most of the recs that they had, or the people that came to, they were professors from different universities. I think it was the Buhari election. If you can work on that alone, a reform there will first increase the bar or the standard.
So how would you reform that?
The standard.
What standard? Because at the end of the day,
the standard of how the people pick their leaders first will be
okay.
What to upgrade that.
I think it has to start. If you're looking at picking of leaders,
yes,
we have to go to the roots. Why in 2024, in the year 2024, where BSc degree is not even enough to recruit anyone for, you have a call?
No, I have a call. I'm trying to tell you, yes, that is the point. But you know who can change that? The INEC reform. INEC will come again to say, we are no longer going to use a primary certificate.
Yeah, but it's not INEC, it's the constitution, because it is a constitutional provision.
Yes, to a certain level.
No, it's what the constitution says now. That
the constitution says primary 6. Now INEC will come with his own INEC will come with his own qualifications. They are qualified as a primary 6 holder. But again, on other provisions, you must be setting. Which that
won't fly. Except the only way that would fly is this: if the political parties then agree to say, yes, the constitution says minimum. It says a minimum.
A minimum.
That is the minimum. We are not going to go for the minimum. Instead, we want people that are above board. We want people with. It is not going to be a party-driven thing.
Well, who put that constitution?
Pardon?
No, but I don't think who put that constitution.
It's not me.
I tell you,
Because how can you in 2024 say a leader, a president of the country, or a governor would have a minimum of primary six or school living certificate? I don't get that. And then that's a joke. That needs to be changed. Or the political parties would agree that, look, though this is the minimum, but we would only take certain. Or you can do it, bring your qualifications, we'll take the best. However, political parties won't even go down that route. Political parties, we know how they pick whoever is coming to represent them. It's obvious, so I don't even need to speak more about that. So we have to, first of all, for this change to happen, individual need to look at the man in the mirror and tell that man, I need to make a change. Clearly,
Well,
you know that you cannot. If clearly you know that you don't have what it takes to govern a state, then don't even run for it. Not because I know the state chairman or I have more money to buy people. Don't run for it. Look at the man in the mirror and be truthful to thyself. It's as simple as that. Be truthful. We are not truthful to ourselves.
It is. I just had you just give me a headache because now you see what I'm talking about. When all these things when it cannot be changed or cannot be amended, then where do we start from? Because we have to first mind how we pick our leaders. Now we have to pick leaders that are ready to do separation of power, that believe in separation of power. It is a funny thing that our country, we don't believe in. When a man
is it not someone that understands the doctrine of separation of power that would separate powers? When the man does not understand
it, the man who does not understand separation of power should not be allowed on the corridors to
exactly. But
the tourists.
Your position says anybody that has this can go for it. Even the man that didn't even attend the secondary school to learn separation of powers.
Okay. Okay, it's over. It's over. Everybody go
Let's
home.
call it a day.
Let's just call it a day. So you imagine. So how can you expect such people now to reform the police? How can you expect them to get accountability from judiciary? They don't even understand the laws. So the judiciary is left to create their own atmosphere. The man with primary 6 his followers or his friends might say education is a scam. I have to quote somebody like Ike King. Ike King came here and said education is a scam. And it's shocking. It's shocking. The reason why they say education is a scam because the professors are being paid by primary 6 certificate.
Exactly. Thank you.
They are being controlled. A professor who we are supposed to emulate. When you see your professor, you emulate, you becomes intellectually imbibed with knowledge into you. Then you see him talk to somebody, bowing down to another man just because the man holds a position. He
bows down to money.
He bows down to a man that holds his own position, that is supposed to hold his position. Mm-hmm. Because a governor is supposed to be as knowledgeable as a professor. Yes, that was how it used to be. You go and get the best, the finest, the most learned. It's not by going to school alone. Good, you cannot say by going to school alone, but that's a prerequisite. That's part of education. Must be a factor. So you can have a balance. That is it. You can have a balance. You can. It's when you know the key about education is when you go to school, there are certain people you meet, you have classmates, there are brighter ones, there are the other ones. You all can, when you become a governor, your class team can come together to make you a bigger success. Although our own is still different, because when you become a governor, you might not want to join the WhatsApp group anymore. You think everybody that says hello is coming to ask for a favor. Then you change your friends. You stop having your classmates and your friends. You now having baddies, younger girls as your friends. And then you come, you function, you have a high shoulder. I think it happens again. That's the pride and ego that comes with the melanin color. So I'm just saying, but education is not is key. The education sector, the health sector, and that I don't know what INEC is. INEC, what sector is INEC? That part. Those are the three that we should work on. Those are the three that are supposed to be worked on. That is, I will beg the president in all his, yes, I know he has policies and he wants he wants the poor to breathe and he doesn't want to suffocate them. But good, Oga, there are certain areas that you should work on. One person, Buhari has tried. Buhari has come with the reform, the reform, electoral reform. Good, that's what I was trying to put in. The electoral reform. The mode of voting in Nigeria is spectacular. The process is beautiful. We just still have the personnel to work on. And it goes back, or it boils down to the hems of affairs. Because you can have what is happening in Edo now is man versus computer. That is what is happening in Edo. It's not even, I don't, the tribunal case is man versus computer. What do I mean by man versus computer? The originals have been put in by the computer, but man is giving us a different outcome, which is not supposed to be so. It is supposed to be man creating it and imputing it. So the computer verifies what man has created. But now, what man created gave to computer, the man now is disputing it. That is what's happening. That's why I commend President Muhammadu Buhari, even if he says he's living on rent. Now, I commend him 100 times for that reform on the electoral forms. Yes, we are supposed to be improving. We are supposed to say, okay, by this time, Tribunal is no longer a part of, it will not be a part of our democracy or our electoral levels. Because everything is pop and plain. You vote, you do the upload, everybody go and get the result is out in. And it's not even media houses should just do their projections from what they see online, and everybody will have it on pop and plain computer. Simple, because everybody will have access to it. The countings come in, the IREV uploads on the portal, and everybody gets their digits. That is what we should be talking about. That's scaling over that hurdle and trying to say, okay, how are we going to work now to make sure we have done the electronic part? Let's work on the personnel. Now, how do we get standard into our parties? How do we get standard people come out as candidates? But we are also everything is going down. Okay. There's nothing, well, it is what it is. And but those are the parts that I say. Let us work on education, let us work on health. I said I was going to do a research, but the people who have contacted, they have not got back to me. Health centers in Nigeria. Yes, I remember there was a time they said they were going to, I think Obaseki boasted about getting health centers. No, not Obaseki boasting about it. I think it was part of the Aswell campaign, or rather, they were okay when we were talking about the achievements of Obaseki and people were boasting about having health centers, major local governments in Edo State having health centers. Yes, I saw a video somewhere and I had to do a research. I set out for a research because I like to get personal information by myself. It is not. It's just a matter of you. Where are you? Go check out this place. If it entails what it entails, try to just do a short video, look at it, send pictures. Let's see how it goes. But the reason for this awareness is because I saw it from someone else in a different state, not Edo State. A health center video, and he complained about the state of this health center. It was very poor. Health centers are where everything happens. It's a health center. Children are being born there. First aiders and emergencies are taken there. It's supposed to be like a first aid. It's supposed to be like a first aid, a first responder center, or the first point of call for anyone before, if there are serious matters, before the person can be moved to a bigger hospital. But with the state of what I saw from the video, it was a video from somebody else, not connected to me. It was disheartening. Very, very, very disheartening. The place did not look like a medical center at all. It did not look like a functioning structure. The bathroom, the beds, rusty, dusty. The equipment looked so bad. I doubt if there was even running water. And during campaigns, people say they would, these are the things, one of the things they would do. Now we got into a discourse. Someone said he went to the hospital a couple of days. I think one of the government hospitals in somewhere around the country. It wasn't Edo, trust me. And he said the hospital pharmacy did not have painkillers. I think Panadol or paracetamol. He said they did not have. Not like they were coming in, not like they were for free. Yes, he said they were to be bought, but they didn't even have on their shelves for it to be sold out. He said he paid for consultation, and after the consultation, there were no drugs in the pharmacy. These are little reforms we are talking about. These are the little reforms we are talking about. What does it entail? All these are happening because our leaders don't go to government hospitals. Someone dared Akpabio and Wike to visit Nigerian hospitals for treatment in Abuja. Someone did them of recent. I think it was on Punch or some dailies. If these men go for treatment within their perimeters, I think they would sit up, because the only thing they work on now is airports, where they use to fly in and fly out. Those are the things they are more interested in. And it's not even every airport, because the Lagos airport is different from the Abuja airport. The Lagos airport has been rehabilitated. Yes, it's beautiful. It's nice. It's yes, a bit of the art, but for airports, it's not one thing. Airports, different airports. There are different beautiful airports around the world. It's a structure. Just how people go through. It doesn't have, yes. The Lagos airport, good. Not the new Lagos airport, wonderful. And I will not even talk down on it. And I've not seen the Abuja one. But those are the things that they're more interested in. What about the hospitals? What about our health centers? Because I'm bringing this topic now because of the health center, the health center project. Yes, a lot needs to be done. I will get more reports. I'll get more information about the health centers in Edo State because I have told them, I have contacted my people. I said, okay, go check these places out. Let's see the conditions of these places because I think Obaseki said he was part of this project. So those are the things that we all have to beg our president. We know the economy has to be put in place. Yes, prices have to go and be balanced. Yes, production of food and whatever. But we don't. Now Shomole is talking about natural mineral resources. They are all thinking about gold, diamond, crude oil. You know how when they get to Abuja and they want to talk tough. What about the little things? What about the little things? Those are the things that they should put in place. Those are the things that concerns the average man. Some people are happy. Some people want to. Farming is not easy, whether it's mechanized or industrial or non-industrial. Farming is not easy, and those people are the key of any. Farmers are the key of any society. Our farming strength is depleting because of insecurity. We all know this. People are saying foodstuff. Yeah, I was speaking to somebody. Somebody called me and he was in the market and he was pricing fruits. He said fruits. He was complaining. Well, it was a joke when we were talking, but he was ahead and said, no, it had 20,000, 20,000. No, but I can't come buy last 2 weeks or last 3 weeks. And again, the same thing that they buy now, you want to tell me, say, that was why we got into a conversation. He now explained to me that these people, farming, he lives in Abuja. He said farming is becoming too expensive because even the big industrial farming or the industrial farmers now need to employ security, extra security to be able to operate in their local farms or their big farms. This is the increase in fruits and food. Well, we're going from one to another. We have gone from police to electoral reforms, education, health. Now we're going to food insecurity. Well, as it is, we have to continue to do what we do best. Talk about it, deliberate on it, educate ourselves on it. That is the most important part. We have to continue to educate ourselves. Even when we come here, we don't have major topics. We deliberate, we chill, we deliberate, we listen to each other because we speak out what we have from within us. We talk things that we have from our hearts. So we have to keep our fingers crossed that someday, somehow, our comments, our words, and the things we say will be heard. And those that have true love for humanity would use their powers, use the resources as it comes to make the the world a better place. That is our hope for the future. All the things we are saying, all the things we are saying, we hope to happen. We hope, we believe. We say we are not saying it because we want to criticize. We are saying because we have the belief that things will get better. And as we have come to the end of the program, because the program has come to an end, we have done our 2-hour mark. We are always going to make sure we do our best to ensure that we speak truth, not just truth to people like to speak truth to power. It's not speaking truth to power. We speak the truth. We try to stay on the true side and on the neutral side, and we continue to lend our voices because that's what we have. We don't have the power, we don't have the resources, but we have the tool to let our voices be heard. Tomorrow, the tribunal starts in Abuja, the continuation. The tribunal starts. So we'll be getting more news from that. I don't know how long the tribunal is going to take. We'll be getting more news from Abuja tomorrow. And on the health center topics, I'll be bringing that again. Or if I get more findings, I hope I'll get enough for Friday, the next episode. And other news will come up. But the deliberation still remains. Yes, we are here for humanity. We are here for ourselves. We are here to make things better for everybody. We are here to speak out so that those that do not have the tool to reach out, we can be their voices. Again, like I said, I said everybody, use this platform. Come here, you can leave notes, send it on any of the social media outlets, YouTube, whatever. Reach out. If there's anything you want us to talk about, there's anything you have a problem that you want to be solved, or something that you want us to say, we will be very happy to share it. Today's I have the African proverb, but I'm changing it. I'm going to use I've changed it, but yes. Today's African proverb says, a problem shared is problem halved. What I mean, okay, a problem shared is half solved. It is easier to deal with a problem that has been mentioned. So we are using this platform to reach out to anyone. Tell us, come share your problems with us. We can, even if we can't solve it financially, we'll talk about it and we'll get on it over and over so that the ears can hear. We are not an activist group. We are the voice out there for all. So please reach out to any of our social media platforms, wherever. So send a message, let us know, whatever it is, we'll do our best to let your problems or to let the problem head, because we might not have the resources to solve the problem, but we might have the power or the tool or the voice to share it so that it can be solved. Yes, I thank you all for coming to the studio today, even though some of us are late, and there's no time to ask for their submissions. I want to say thank you all for being with us today. All the people in the panel, or the panelists in the studio, thank you for being here. All the people on the social media outlets, thank you for coming. It's a new week. Enjoy the week. I'll see you all on Friday. Have a good day.